and we are working on the problem statement Audit Analytics from source data. First, let us slightly redefine the problem and understand it. Today, most our audit analytics systems work in a very similar way. They scan financial transactions and raise alerts when something looks unusual. However, the real challenge for auditors begins after the alert appears. The system only shows that something suspicious has happened, but they don't know clearly show how the situation actually happened. So auditors still need to manually go check the ERP logs, approval histories, and spreadsheets just to understand who created that vendor, who approved the invoice, who authorized that payment, and how the internal control was bypassed or manipulated. Another major issue is that these systems analyze transactions individually rather than understanding the full operational pipeline behind them. Because of this, auditors cannot easily trace how different actions across systems are connected. This manual investigation process takes a lot of time and also makes it difficult to detect internal manipulation or control bypass patterns. So our solution for this problem is a financial digital twin built using the GenWA ecosystem. Instead of checking transactions one by one, we connect vendors, employees, invoices, approvals, and payments into one relationship graph as shown in the screen. This creates a live model of the company's financial system. On this digital twin, we run a multi-agent system using the GenW agent builder. Different agents run in parallel and each agent checks a different thing. One agent validates the ERP data, one agent builds a relationship graph, one agent checks compliance rules in the company's policies, one agent detects unusual transactional behavior. All these agents are monitored by one central orchestrational agent which tracks all the agents, combines the output, and shows us. But our system is not just automation of audit checks. The key feature is our decision pathway analysis agent. This agent reconstructs the full financial process so auditors can clearly see what they want for investigation: who created the vendor, who approved the invoice, who authorized the payment, how the process moved step by step, and how internal controls may have been bypassed or manipulated. So instead of only showing alerts, our system shows the entire story behind the transaction, making auditors fast, clearer, and hard to manipulate. The workflow starts when financial data enters to the data ingestion layer, which is built using the AppMaker platform. Using the data connectors feature on AppMaker platform, the system can connect to enterprise databases through simple SQL queries. ERP data such as vendor records, invoices, approvals, payments are fetched into the application using this platform. These results are then connected to the application interface using JavaScript data bindings. This allows the system to dynamically display the fetched data. So before analysis begins, the system performs data validation checks through some rule-based agents to ensure the incoming data is complete and consistent. During this stage, AppMaker also uses few of its internal JavaScript properties, like which temporarily hides the UI results while background process is still happening. This prevents auditors from seeing incomplete data while the analysis is running. After the data is prepared in the AppMaker ingestion layer, it is passed to the GenW agent builder platform through a request call. So after receiving the data, the agent builder starts a trigger to the start node and begins the multi-agent analysis process. From there, multiple agent nodes run in parallel, where each agent is assigned a specific role to analyze the financial system. In our system, these agents work together on the financial digital twin, allowing different parts of the system to be analyzed at different time. Each agent has its own role. For example, one agent performs data validation and schema checks to ensure the ERP data follows the expected structure. The other agent builds a relationship graph connecting vendors, employees, invoices, approvals, and payments to construct the digital twin. Another agent performs compliance analysis, comparing financial activities against internal policies and governance rules stored in the system's knowledge base, that is the company's rules. Another agent analyzes behavioral transaction anomalies, identifying unusual financial patterns. All these agents run in parallel behind the systems, which is supported by the GenWA platform's multi-agents orchestrations capability. In order to manage all these agents at once, a central orchestration agent monitors all these agents, collects their outputs, and combines their insights. This workflow can also include conditional nodes, which acts as routers inside the agents. For example, if a transaction receives a high risk score, the flow is automatically redirected to the investigation stage. The most important component in this layer is the decision analysis. Instead of only detecting suspicious transactions, these agents reconstruct the complete chain of financial actions behind the event that happened. This allows auditor to backtrack the entire pipeline and clearly see who created the vendor, who approved the invoice, who authorized the payment, and how the transaction moved through the system, and how the internal control may have been bypassed by who and how it was manipulated. Once the analysis is complete from the intelligence layer by all the agents, the results move to the visualization layer through the GenW Playground platform. This platform acts as an interactive investigation workspace where the outputs from all the agents through the orchestration agents presented in a clear and structured way for the auditor. Inside Playground, auditors can explore investigations through three main views. The one is All View, which shows the entire transactional flow, the complete financial pathway, and all related entities connected to the transaction. This is not just a road. If you click the notes, every single detail can be viewed from where to where and whom to whom. The next view is the Control View. The Control View highlights where the internal policies or the governance controls were triggered or bypassed. Who did that? Where exactly at what point it was done. So the next one is the flow view. The flow view shows the exact step-by-step movement of the transaction across the system. From the control view, we can get the exact position where it was bypassed. Flow view shows the entire flow from that position. We can also see in the side there are many details given to us regarding that risk assessments. So yeah, using these views, the auditor can quickly see who initiated the action, who approved it, how the transaction moved, and where the control breakdown occurred. Each investigation view is fully backed with detail, nothing missimulated, including employee IDs, approval steps, and the sequence of action. So the auditor can clearly track and responsibility. Because the system already reconstructs the entire decision pathway, the auditor does not need to manually analyze multiple logs or systems. What normally takes days of manual audit investigation can be completed in minutes, allowing auditors to quickly understand the full story behind the transaction and proceed with the investigation confidently. So the next is the investigation layer, where for deeper investigation, the system integrates Realm AI, which acts as an LLM-based assistant running on a private cloud environment to maintain enterprise data privacy. Realm AI enables doc QA capabilities, allowing auditors to ask questions about the generated investigation results. For example, you can search here the vendor details and you can exactly get the outputs here. For example, an auditor can ask, why was this vendor flagged? Then the Realm AI then analyzes the digital twin pathway and provides a clear explanation referencing the relevant governance policy and detected decision pathways, not only any submitted values. It shows the exact proof. Finally, the system generates the final audit investigation report inside the platform itself. Instead of exporting raw data and writing reports manually, we provide a built-in reporting workspace similar to a Word-style document editor integrated inside the audit system. In this workspace, auditors can write and prepare the investigation report while the AI agent's findings appear alongside the document on the right, allowing the auditor to directly reference detected risks, transactions pathways, and compilation violations with proof. The system also provides grammar and writing assistance, helping auditors prepare clear and professional reports faster. From this workspace, the final report can be exported directly as a PDF as you see, or Word document for official documentation and compilation submissions. At the same time, our platform also supports manual auditing. If auditors want to perform additional checks, investigate a loophole, or verify a system decision, they can manually review the data and continue the investigation process without relying on any automation. So the platform not only detects and explains financial risk, but also helps auditor complete the entire reporting process in one place, from data ingestion to report download. Everything is done here. So, as conclusion, we want to say our system not only detects suspicious transactions but automates the entire audit investigation process from data ingestion to final report generation. By reconstructing the full decision pathway using GenWA platform, auditors can instantly see who did what, how controls were bypassed, and complete investigation in minutes instead of days.